Hi, I'm Joey Reyes. I am a writer, director, and producer of feature films and television. I'm also professor at De La Salle University, belonging to the Department of Communication. I'm also the chairperson of the film program at the School of Design and Arts of the College of St. Benilde, where I have been teaching for the past 11 years or so. I'm also the monitoring director as well as competition head of the Cinemalaya Independent Film Festival, and lately I am serving as a technical consultant for the Film Development Council of the Philippines. What very few people know and realize is that Auggie Cordero was very much a part of my younger and more vulnerable days. I do precisely remember how when I was in about second year college, and this was at about 1973, 1974 or the likes, that Auggie Cordero and I got to meet each other. Actually, I've completely forgotten how we got to meet, but I'm sure Larry Leviste had a lot to do with that. Why was Auggie Cordero a part of my life and my love for films? Well, basically because when I was starting out in college, I would spend a great amount of time in the late afternoons after my college classes at De La Salle University. I would traipse to his shop, which is located right beside St. Paul's College. I do remember that we would spend the afternoon until the early evening talking, and I was sitting there watching this reed of a man with leonine hair endlessly smoking his Pall Malls and talking about fashion and cinema as if it were the very oxygen that fueled his creativity. Those are very important years in my life because I was absorbing everything that I could from people around me. I was absorbing as much inspiration as I get, and Auggie had always been so selfless and at the same time so amusing in encouraging young minds to find themselves, to find their voices. That is why I still remember to this very day certain landmarks of my association with Auggie in those formative years. I do remember going to the Hyatt luncheon shows with him as he was preparing his Right On collection for solid meals, where Marilyn Ojeda, Vina Cancino, and a number of the top models at that time would walk down that ramp every afternoon over lunch, of which the fashion show became the main event. I also remember how Auggie asked me to write the introductory speeches of Marilyn Ojeda and Margie Moran when they joined Binibining Pilipinas. I was there with Auggie at Araneta Coliseum when two of his alagas won the top prizes. I do remember the joy in Auggie, even in the act of creation when he was doing his Gatsby collection, specifically dressing up Marilyn and Margie for the Binibining Pilipinas event. Years have passed and things have changed and lives have been rearranged, and somehow I lost contact with Auggie until Facebook brought us back together. I do remember the last chat that we had together was when I was asking Auggie whatever happened to Marilyn Ojeda. I know Margie is now the president of the CCP, but where is Marilyn? And Auggie and I would exchange all these stories about the years that have come to pass, and he would be looking at me with bewilderment as to the journey that I took from this naive and eager young college sophomore to this 68-year-old man who is practically into anything but everything to keep his mind and his body alive. I was really saddened to hear that Auggie has left. I was really saddened to realize that a certain chapter of my life has come to a close with his departure. But like so many of his friends, Auggie will always be a part of us. You see, one thing great about Auggie is he never asserted himself to be anybody else but himself. Through the years, he never compromised what he believed as his language of artistry. And I will take that with me until the day that I too would hopefully leave a legacy as important, as touching, and as inspirational as my dear friend. Together with the rest of his friends, Auggie, we will miss you, but more important, we will never forget you. You are more than just the fashion that you left. You are more than fashion. In our minds, you are eternal. We love you.